Yo, every 2 seconds, someone in America needs blood. That blood transfusion system that saves millions of lives, it exists because of an FBA doctor named Charles Drew. Today, we're uncovering how FBA medical pioneers revolutionized modern medicine, and why one of them had to die because he was denied the very system he helped create. Every human body contains about 1.5 gallons of blood. Lose just half that and you die. Before 1940, if you needed blood, you needed a donor right there on the spot. But one FBA doctor changed all that. Dr. Charles Drew, he discovered how to store blood, creating a discovery that would save millions of lives, including soldiers in World War II. Yet, in a cruel twist of fate, he would later be denied the very treatment he pioneered. Born in 1904 in Washington, D.C., Drew was a gifted athlete, and he won an athletic scholarship to Amherst College. But an injury would change his path forever. While recovering in the hospital, he became fascinated with medicine, especially blood. This fascination would later save millions of lives. Here's what made his discoveries revolutionary. He found that plasma could be separated and stored. Blood could be tight and preserved for up to a week. Plasma, it could be used universally, regardless of blood type. Mobile blood banks became possible, but his greatest moment came during World War II. Britain was desperate for blood for wounded soldiers. Drew created Blood for Britain. He collected and shipped over 14,000 pints of plasma. He saved countless soldiers' lives. Then came the tragic irony of it all. In 1957, Drew was driving to a medical conference and his car crashed in rural North Carolina. He was taken to an all-white hospital. They refused to give him a blood transfusion because of his race. He died from his injuries, denied the very life-saving treatment that he pioneered. Here's the modern impact of his work. Every 2 seconds, someone needs blood in America. Blood banks save 4.5 million lives annually. Modern plasma treatments wouldn't be possible without Mr. Drew. Emergency blood transportation systems. Every blood bank today uses his methods. Drew's blood banking system completely revolutionized how we handle medical emergencies. Before his discoveries, here's what would happen in an emergency situation. Doctors had to find a matching donor right there on the spot. Family members would have to rush to the hospital to donate blood. But many of the patients would die waiting for blood. Hospitals couldn't prepare for these disasters. Surgeries was limited. It depended on blood availability. But Drew's system changed everything. Peep game. Hospitals now could store blood for up to a week. Emergency vehicles can now carry blood supplies. Multiple patients could be treated all at once. Surgeries could be planned in advance. Mass casualties could be handled effectively. And let's not forget, I did a video on our FBA brother, Frederick McKinley Jones. He made it possible to transport medical supplies like blood with his refrigerated truck invention. Make sure y'all check that video out. But back to Dr. Charles Drew. His inventions specifically transformed disaster response. When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, blood was ready. During the 1949 Chicago train crash, stored blood saved dozens. For the first time, hospitals could prepare for mass casualties, having a massive effect on military medicine. Mobile blood banks followed troops. Field hospitals could perform complex surgeries. Wounded soldiers had a better survival rate. Plasma could be transported to the front lines. Blood could be shipped across seas. Drew didn't just create blood banks. He opened the doors to medical advances we still using today. His work became the foundation for the innovations that went far beyond storing blood. His discoveries led to modern medical breakthroughs. For example, organ transplants. His preservation techniques paved the way for organ storage. The cooling methods he developed are still used for transporting organs. His work on blood typing helps understand tissue matching. Transplant success rates improve because of his research. His plasma research led to understanding how to store stem cells. Blood component separation techniques he developed helped in leukemia treatments. His preservation methods helped create bone marrow banks. His discoveries also affected trauma medicine. He created the concept of mobile medical units. He developed rapid response protocols that are still being used today. Emergency medicine procedures still follow his basic principles. But here's what's fascinating. Drew's innovation didn't stop with his death. Modern scientists are still building on his work. Artificial blood development, long-term blood storage techniques, and battlefield medicine still rely on his discoveries. Dr. Charles Drew legacy lives on every time someone receives a blood transfusion. Every time an ambulance rush store blood to an accident scene. Every time a surgery is performed because blood is available. But his true legacy goes beyond just blood banking. Think about this. Every 2 seconds, somebody in America needs blood. Over 43,000 pints of blood is donated each day. A single car accident victim can use up to 100 pints of blood. One donation can save up to 3 lives. Over 4.5 million Americans need blood transfusions annually. This is not just statistics, this is life-saving. All because one FBA doctor asks a simple question: how can we store blood? And his answer changed medicine forever. Today, every blood bank, plasma center, emergency room, military medical unit, disaster report team, they all carry forward the innovation of Dr. Charles Drew. He didn't just create a way to store blood, he created a system that saved millions of lives for generations to come. The next time you see a blood drive or hear about somebody's life being saved because of a transfusion, remember our brother, Dr. Charles Drew, the FBA doctor who made it all possible, who turned a vital medical need into a life-saving reality. If this video opened your eyes to something new, hit that subscribe button, family, and that notification button. I got more stories of FBA medical pioneers that changed the world. Drop a comment below. Tell me which medical invention surprised you the most. Until next time, family, remember this. Every 2 seconds, someone's life is saved because of an FBA doctor named Charles Drew. We love our brother, our FBA brother, Dr. Charles Drew. Peace, FBA family.